Welcome to Spoken Reviews, home of the Spoken Reviews. Today, guys, we're doing a February 2023 after the Texas winter ice storm update on Cole Legacy Ranch. All right, guys, we're just going to do a quick walkthrough and kind of go through some of the damage from the storm. Luckily, nothing financially is damaged, but there's definitely a good amount of trees. You can see this is one of the first ones. This limb is down here. And again, here in Texas, we just had 86 hours below freezing. So I think a combination of just the freezing rain and the ice putting the weight on the trees was enough to bring a lot of them down, and also some of the wind. Quick update on the small pond in the front. We can see it is actually getting a lot closer to being full. This is actually probably the highest I've seen it in the year and some change that we've had the land, which is a little bit surprising, especially given that it's February. But you know, winter rains can be pretty good. Here's another fairly large branch that's fallen. You can see this one up there is close to falling, so definitely have to be very cautious of the widowmakers that these types of storms do create. This one right here has fallen also, close to some of my implements for the tractor. You guys can see that. Luckily, where we have the travel trailer, we've been good. We tried to put it in a place that we thought was pretty secure, but I'm definitely going to have to move it to a more wide open area because we definitely don't want to have a situation where a large branch falls and causes damage, because that would just be a pain having to deal with that. So here you can see these large branches on this side have fallen, and this one here, which is huge, which I think it just came from right up there, you can kind of see ended up laying right down there. So yeah, definitely can be dangerous because these branches, I mean, these things weigh, you know, probably 100 plus pounds. Yeah, probably more than that. Super heavy. This entire tree snapped right here and has fallen, so I'm going to have to clean this up with the tractor and chainsaw that up, but you can kind of see what's left of that tree. And then we have some more branches over here that are kind of like dangling. So again, it is getting kind of dangerous. These limbs that are hanging could fall at any time. And I mean, you don't really know how heavy these are, but these are definitely enough to cause a significant amount of damage. So definitely have to get this stuff cleaned up. Hopefully some good windstorms will come in between now and the next time that I'm here and kind of knock some of this stuff loose. You can see this right here. It's loose. All these limbs are loose. You can see right up there's a branch that's kind of dangling. So again, it can definitely be very dangerous. All these and there that have fallen since the last time I was here. And I was here a week ago, and all this was cleaned up. These trees here, just probably just the fact that it's wintertime and they're dormant, plus just the weight of the storm, like this one. Yeah, I just couldn't imagine just the weight of the ice on that there. Walk a little bit this way. You guys can see some more of the damage, especially the evergreens, which kind of surprises me because normally they're pretty resilient to these types of activities. And as I'm recording, I'm having to look where I'm going, but also look above, just because with these widowmakers at any given moment, they can, you know, go. So you always have to keep your head on a swivel around trees. So right over here, these evergreens right over here were, you know, up and healthy 6 days ago. So this has all happened just with this latest storm. So, I mean, it's unfortunate, but this is just Mother Nature, right? And as just the steward of the land, my goal is to get this stuff cleaned up. What I can salvage for firewood, I'll salvage for firewood. And what just needs to be burned in a brush pile will be dealt with accordingly. And this one, that's a huge Widowmaker. It's probably a couple 100 pounds. It's been there for a while. I was hoping that some of those ones would take and actually fall, but unfortunately the ones that I wanted to fall didn't fall, and the ones that I didn't want to fall fell. So over here you can see these evergreens too also, right? I mean, they've been holding strong this whole entire time, but just the between the ice storm and the wind, this one completely fell, that one fell. You see this one up here. You actually have two Widowmakers there. So again, there's always dangers and stuff that you do. You just have to be very respectful and mindful always, and do your best to avoid accidents. Accidents happen, but our goal is to always be mindful. You see these runs up here. They're close to going. All these trees in there. Close to going. Yeah, just a lot of damage from the ice storm, which is extremely unfortunate. That's what's happened. But again, Mother Nature, it's a cycle of life, right? So these trees, they'll grow, they'll take nutrients from the ground, water and earth, and they'll put it back in the ground, and eventually they'll pass. This branch here, extremely dangerous. This probably maybe 400 pounds, right? So something like that falls on you, it's gonna be an emergency. You're not gonna walk away quickly from that. So yeah, just a lot more damage than I thought. You can see all these branches here. Again, these trees were asleep. These hardwoods, you know, they basically they go dormant about December, sometimes November, depending on how cold we get. They go dormant, and then they come back up in the spring. But this is just a natural part of trees. That branch there is broken off. You can see came down. That branch there, again, Widowmaker. Got to be really, really cognizant of these situations. You can kind of see this one, which is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful oak tree. But yeah, it's definitely giving some time. And honestly, I really need a really good strong windstorm to come in here and shake some of this stuff loose. Because right now, some of the stuff is just kind of like dangling, barely dangling, which is even more dangerous because again, you can look at something, you think it's stable, a little bit of wind, a little bit of anything, different factors come in, it's coming tumbling down. These ones all here, again, this was all clean 6 days ago, but that February 2023, actually it started in January, so I guess it's like late January, February, ice storm in Texas really hit the south, not just Texas, but just caused a lot of damage. You guys can see all this right here is all fallen down. Up close up there, you can see it is pretty dangerous. I have the tractor now, and I can get a lot of this small stuff, which I'll take care of on my own, but I will probably have to get another mulcher in here, and I'll definitely do a video on that to kind of help clean up. But we'll go a little bit further, not too far, because again, the further we get in here, the more dangerous it gets as far as the potential of limbs falling off. So you guys can see all this is brand new that has recently fallen down, unfortunately. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a mulcher come in and basically clear up all this stuff. And this underbrush, what it does is it prevents the larger trees from growing and being healthy. So the mulching is a great process to basically mulch it up. The smaller stuff will become nutrition for the bigger trees, and also it'll allow for sunlight to reach the bottom of the canopy. Yeah, this is a lot of craziness. Like, these are some big, beautiful trees that have just kind of succumbed to nature. So again, I'm gonna have the mulcher come in here. Hopefully, it'd be a 8-hour day, and just kind of have him focused. Last time, my mistake was I was probably making too much small talk with the mulcher. This time, I'm just gonna have to be like, hey, let's go over here. Now this is a huge tree. This entire tree has fallen, right? Yeah, that's insane. This is huge. I don't even know where to begin on this one. I'm gonna have to have like this is huge. I'm gonna have to. I probably need to have somebody with an excavator come in here and just wreck shop, because an excavator is going to be the best tool for stuff like this. But yeah, again, this stuff is pretty dangerous, because again, this tree is being held. You guys can see physically how it's being held, right? So this is the size of like a semi truck. Yeah, it's kind of, again, nature, but just imagine the amount of force to pull this entire thing by the roots up and down, which is just an insane amount of force. So I'm not going to go any further. I'm actually only probably like a third deep in the property, but just out of caution, I'm going to kind of leave it here for this video. I'm going to let some of this other stuff kind of fall out, because again, it's only been, really the freeze just stopped this morning. So some of this damage is still new. A lot of it will shake loose. But I firmly believe, having the right knowledge and the right tools is very powerful. For those of you who are looking for land, I had the big debate on, like, hey, should I get land that's more like fields, more wide open, or should I go with the trees? And we ended up going with the trees because, natural shade, the resources of trees, and just the overall beauty and aesthetics. But that being known, I did not fully appreciate the amount of extra work to maintain, because it's constantly going to be branches falling down, trees falling down, right? Like stuff like this constantly going to be happening, right? So with, a field and maybe less trees, be a little easier, a lot safer. So don't worry about stuff falling down. But this is definitely kind of a hazard, especially with, I have 2 small kids, and people visit, that I really can't, like, I can be as cautious as I want personally, and I can take, measures to be safe personally. And when people visit, I can definitely give them the directions, but I cannot control, things, and stuff happens. And I would ultimately, probably, I'm not a lawyer, but legally have liability, but also just anybody that I would invite over to my land, somebody that I care about, and I wouldn't want something happening to them. So yeah, that's just a quick review of the damage and a land update. My goal over the next month of February and March is to have all these burn piles. We'll probably keep one to shoot in. I'm going to burn that one up. Keep one to shoot in until I can actually get like a official firing berm. But have this all cleaned up. Everything burned down, all the wood chopped up. And then I'm going to keep for burning for fires. Have it all chopped up. And then hopefully get some grass in here and plant it. Just so when we have rain, we don't have the mud, right? So it'll be a lot easier to maintain. And also, I won't have the erosion of the topsoil. So yeah, pretty vicious. That's how this happened. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching this quick update on the storm damage in 2023. Hopefully you like this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you have any advice for me, I'm well open for advice from people. So if you have any advice or tips, leave them below. If you want to see more videos like this, sub to the channel. Thanks a lot, guys, and have a great day.